my name is Eric Wilkerson, but my friends call me Contemporary Eric. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do contemporary dance. There are 15 moves that are in every contemporary dance. You can put these steps together in any sequence to songs such as Adele, Ani DeFranco, and Foul Foul, and you too can be a contemporary choreographer. Helping me today is my assistant, Bitch. Say hello, Bitch. Hello. Okay, now let's get started on learning the 15 steps. The knee, where you have a very serious conversation with your knee, and then you put it down because you realize you shouldn't be doing that. The pants, where you pull your pants down, and then you pull them back up really quickly because people are noticing. The zombie with emotion. The I just came out of a well, where you use sign language to tell someone that you just came out of a well and you need help. The breath, where you act like you're kicking a fire hydrant, and then you check to see if anyone notices your mask. The blind man, where you pretend that you're a blind man playing volleyball, but you don't know when the volleyball is coming. The poo, where you squat down because you have to poo, but then when it comes, it surprises you, so you actually cool out. The elbowless hug, where you reach out to give someone a hug as though you don't have any elbows. The bounce, where you bounce on your heels to keep yourself from crying because you're having a really, really bad day. The this is your head. The see we us we get your damn hands off of me, as you can see. The peekaboo, where you give the audience a quick look at your walla. The leg, where you run and jump into a split leap, but then you realize that your right leg was amputated from the knee down. So as you fall, you reach out to the audience for help. And when you get up, you realize that you need to stretch your hip flexor really, really bad. The magnet, where all of a sudden your underwear becomes a magnet for someone's chest. The why is your head in my hand, as you can see. And every number always finishes with one other move. It's called go to sleep, bitch. Now watch as me and my assistant put these moves together to make a routine. We'll put this routine to music and add emotion. And that's how you do contemporary dance. You can download this song from iTunes in the link below. Then you can do your own contemporary dance using the contemporary dance steps. Post links to your video in the comments below, and I will give feedback. Thanks for watching. Love, Contemporary Eric. Now!
So this is a point in the dance, in my dances where I talk. And a lot of this came, like, you saw the video, right? Like, I was so inspired by that because it's just so silly, but it's also really accurate. When you watch it, like, I have seen every single move in a modern dance in the last 2 years, which is just, oh God, like, it gets you thinking, man, I see too much dance. Like, it got me thinking about how I make dances. And we made this dance in a month, which is insane. And I just want to talk like a little bit about the past. If you're not familiar with Steamroller, if you've never seen Steamroller before, I'd like to talk a little bit about Steamroller. We started in 1993, so I think it's been 30 years. Is the math right? I remember one time someone told me, "Oh, I didn't realize your work was so formal." Formalism is a method that emphasizes structure and technique over content. I think that's just not right, but hey, it is something that interests me. Like, I do like shape, line, but I also like personality. I like dancers who are not mindless automatons. I like what they bring to the table. I also like repetition to the point of disintegration. I like seeing things over and over and over again because it's fascinating, because it's never the same thing twice, obviously. And then I remember, like, I did a festival, I retired for 7 years, I came back and did a show at ODC. And the director of the theater at the time, we were standing inside smoking, which is my standard warm-up. We were smoking, like, before a run-through, and he comes out to join me and he asks me, "Do you think of your work as queer or as gay?" And I said, "Queer." And he looks at me and he's like, "Oh, that's funny. I always thought of your work as gay." And I didn't think anything about it at the time, but now I'm really pissed off. Like, excuse me? First of all, what is wrong with something being gay? Like, the sort of automatic, like, gay is lesser than queer. And I know what he meant by queer. It's like, you like those pretty white boys who like hipster douchey, like live in the mission, like to pretend they're poor, and like, whatever. That's your queer? I'm sorry, that's not my queer. And I remember just like, someone from Safe House actually gave me this critique after I performed at the Old Garage. He said, "You know, your dances look under-rehearsed." Thanks. But it got me, like, now I think about it, it's like, well, they are under-rehearsed because I can't afford to have my dancers in rehearsal all the time. I get them once a week for 2 hours because they have to work. I cannot pay them a living wage. I have a scarcity in terms of time, money, space. I'm competing with all the other artists. Like, I don't get any special perks. I mean, yes, I do control the calendar, but you know, it's my job to make sure everyone has space to rehearse. So, wow, that was it. That was really short. Usually it goes on for 10 minutes, so I'm sparing you the length. But I mean, that's basically what I want to talk about. The things that are interesting to me about this piece are how I make dances, why I make dances, what you're going to see. Like, you've seen some of it, the repetition. And you're about to see something else. And now, presenting Strobe!
Bye. swallowed the sharpest sword, just to show you that she had elegance. Here lies a girl who waged an inner war, just show you that she had it all under control. Simple there's nothing to you. And the ladies with a wash up in, there's nothing to you. And the soft of her breast and the sweet of her song, there's nothing to you. What else was she to do? She said, I stand for elegance, I live for elegance, I breathe for elegance, I die for elegance, I stand for elegance, I live for all things beautiful, graceful, beautiful, perfection, and dignity realize a girl who am I, just to show you that she had elegance. Realize a girl who needs to sit hard, just to show you that she had it all under control. There's nothing to you. And the power pulsing through her blood, there's nothing to you. And the goddess of him and the goddess of love, there's nothing to you. What else was she to do? She said, I stand for elegance, I live for elegance, I breathe for elegance, I die for elegance, I stand for elegance, I live for all things beautiful, graceful, just polished, flawless taste, and dignity. I am your citizen.
there something else to it? I'm wondering what your perspective is. Digging deep here, that's a lot.
Okay, Martin, here is your third question, which is a hard one for me. You were wondering why there aren't a lot of people of color, or gay people, or a combination of both in the contact scene. And I'm probably a good person to ask, simply because I'm an example of both, a person of color and a gay man. The hard question, I don't see a lot of people of color in classes I teach in Canada. Don't see a lot of people of color in the contact scene. On the festival circuit in Europe or domestically. Don't see a lot of gay people. That's being addressed, but it's still an ongoing situation. I watched my parents come to this country so many years ago, and I watched them work hard and fight and struggle, alongside a lot of their white colleagues who worked hard and fought and struggled also, but didn't have the same extra obstacles. And so I continue to see that today, and I think that's a common obstacle of the time. I watch friends of mine that retire from the dance come in contact with one another. A great way to stay visible and a hobby and emotion, and I don't think contact gets to be a hobby or a luxury for a person of color. That is still constantly finding these extra obstacles that other people don't have to face. And that is the simplicity of I can't make your Tuesday or your Saturday jam, but I still find something else to do. And what hopefully I find that I turn the contact as a luxury, a hobby, or something else like falling in love with. That's not an opportunity for as far as being made, I'm not sure. A lot of I can't speak to everyone, but I think a lot of gay men first found comfort and solace in dance because it was this wonderful world of escape. In ways of the common world that could shun you, but it was this world of art that was accepting, and accepting of people that worked hard to be talented and focused on their craft, and applauded their efforts when they would get jobs on Broadway, even lose their competency, and still continue to work hard and surrounded by your peers and colleagues that support you. In contact, we don't have a lot of that financial support, or it's not a field of study that's given enough credit in academia, or it's getting there, but it doesn't have a lot of draw. Why is another layer of discomfort that you fought so hard to eschew by fighting the first one already by finding a place of comfort? You know, certain classical styles like ballet or modern, or the dance music, or Broadway, or dance houses with music classes. So, now I don't answer this question so well, but I don't think. Sometimes I think a lot of gay men are still using professional dance maybe to hide behind. And contact isn't a place where you can hide anything of you and be hurt. All of your vulnerabilities are on display at all times. Not just to your own large, not just to your partner, but also to yourself. And for those people that might not realize they're still scared, or they're willing to say, this place is the comfort, so I'm going to stop asking questions from here. Contact will constantly also ask questions. Be as funny of yourself. In a
steamroller, I always like to put a little bubble run.
They all maybe ask signs themselves open to calling or market strokes essentially. And that always makes me laugh because it's like, oh, now I feel like I'm being used for my homosexual
Turn the lights off! This is also part of steamroller, running back and forth through the techniques.
We're trying to
Where we are now.
Hi, my name is Eric Wilkerson, but my friends call me Contemporary. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do contemporary dance. There are 15 moves that are in every contemporary dance.
Okay.
So this is more talking. And this came up in rehearsal, we were just talking about. Man, that was a shitty rehearsal, because our rehearsal's been great. Yes.
Yes, yes.
And not just saying that because of pain, this is actually really helping. Yeah, so we started sharing like war stories, like, man, that was a horrible choreographer I worked with. Like, I worked with a choreographer, we did like 3 days a week, maybe 4, but they were 5-hour rehearsals. There was a series of rehearsals where we had no breaks. For 5 hours, no bathroom breaks, no water, we just kept dancing. It was insane. And then finally someone said, hey, this is not legal. There are labor laws. And she finally gave in. But it was like one of the worst experiences. Like, I will never dance with this person again. Do you guys have any horrible stories?
I know what I do.
I
So this happened in the drag and performance art scene with my former drag sister. And it was a big pageant, one of the biggest ones in the city. And the day of the show, I did a really busy, intense brunch shift as a server at a restaurant from like 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Went straight to tech rehearsal at the location, did tech. Thought I would then get some time off before the show at 11 p.m. For some reason, she needed me and her other backup dancer to look at her while she yelled at us from 5 p.m. until when we went on stage at 1 a.m. Like, yelled, belligerent, speaking in tongues, sort of crazy shit. And she has admitted since that that was like the worst she's ever behaved. She's like a diva like no other. But since then, I've supported her all the way on her ascension in her career. She even was on a reality TV show, got pretty far in it, is well respected all around the world. Great for her. She's an amazing artist, but at some point I just had to cut her out of my life. And she never even apologized for how she behaved that one day.
One of my worst rehearsal experiences, I was in college and my alma mater is Santa Clara University, so you can imagine there's not a lot of people who look like me on that campus, and I was one of the only black people that was in the dance program, and there was a choreographer that was choreographing an Afro-Caribbean dance, which I have a background in Afro-Caribbean dance, so I was like all about it. But in rehearsal, she kept on asking me and wanting me to like make tribal sounds, like tribal sounds, and I was like, so that's a little weird, and I'm really uncomfortable doing that, especially as like one of the only black people in your cast, and like it just made me feel really weird, and it kind of otherized me in a way, and it kind of like killed the joy of doing that movement for me. So yeah, that was probably one of my worst rehearsal experiences.
Well, I have and he yells from, he was sitting in the bleachers, and he's like, "Excuse me, can you do that more Asian?" It's like, what does that mean, more Asian? And like, oh yeah, sure, I do so. And we got into like a really long discussion, like how this was racist and like Orientalism, like
Right.
gross. Like if you want me to move like a blue tone dancer, be more specific, but more Asian. And I get that a lot, surprisingly. I'm like, Asian, like, can you like be more specific? I'm not the kind of Asian you're thinking about.
Right. Also, Asians are right.
Thanks.
With a lot of different cultures. I had an experience I didn't love working with one male choreographer where I was on the floor in some choreography and he was trying to explain to another dancer what he wanted them to do. He wanted them to put their hand under my head, but he was wearing shoes and just wanted to just not get down to the floor and just put his foot on my head. So I didn't love that experience. It wasn't my favorite.
Did you do anything? Did you say anything? Or?
No, I was just kind of like very uncomfortable. That sounds very uncomfortable.
Like because I'm older, I have a lot of these.
Oh, of course.
For whatever reason, like whoever I'm in a relationship with, whoever I'm dancing for, they're always super rude. They either ignore them or they act like they've never met them, even though they know full well, like my first husband. Like I was at ODC and Brenda Way, like chose to ignore him and he got so mad. And I was in residence there. It's like, excuse me, that's my husband. And everyone in the community knew my husband. Like most of them showed up at the wedding. So I was like, wow. But that also happened with other choreographers. Like there would be some weird competitive thing that like I was property and they were competing for my death. Like, ew, gross. Okay, I'm not a piece of chat. Please treat me like a human being. And then the time I slept with a choreographer, I have promised myself that I would never do that to my kids. So I try not to sexualize them. But you know, it happens sometimes if they're beautiful. Like,
How beautiful.
well, babe, you know how we met, so like, let's not even go there. But yeah, I would never sleep with my dancers sleep with each other, which I like. Really, in no rehearsal, we're gonna have a big cat fight. And it's insane. Like, take it outside. The rest of us need to work. So I kind of don't like it when I can't stop it, but I don't like it when dancers have relationships with each other when they're working with me. When we're done, have it, and then never dance with me again. But when I was young, I moved here when I was 22. I lived with the first partner. We had a little more space in Mission that I moved into, and I moved here straight out of college. Didn't know these people at all. I was like, oh sure, that sounds like fun. This is like Oz to me, fucking boys in every corner and just like it's like a candy store and I get to dance. And so I moved here and then whatever, I think we just finished a show at the old football group, which used to be the space where Dancers Group was housed. And if you don't know what Dancers Group is the largest service organization that services the dance arts in San Francisco. But they used to be housed at a location on 22nd between Mission and Valencia called Footwork. And we just lived the little workspace was down the block. So it's kind of super convenient. I would make it a class, no problem. But whatever it was, we always did great. And we were sitting on the back porch, he hands me joint, stop. And whenever he starts rubbing my leg, or he basically starts coming on me, he's like, sure, why not? I'm in San Francisco, I guess this is what dancers do. It was the worst sex I've ever had. It never happened again, although he would constantly hit on me in rehearsal, hey Jesse, I don't want to hear about the sex you had last night, because I know what you do. So yeah, that sort of lack of boundaries, inappropriateness, cattiness, I've had a lot.
In the dance world? No. Oh, burn.
Yeah, but you whatever. When you're a young dancer, you have an idealized version. Oh, this is what I trained for. This is you get up here, you're like, yeah. And you don't, like, much like we did the same thing when the homeboy stepped on your head. Like, you don't know what to do because you're not equipped. They don't teach you about this in college, about how to say no.
Right.
And how to, like, deal with inappropriate situations. You're just sort of, this is the way it's always been. This is tradition where the choreographer is master. When they say go, they are in charge.
Yes.
And so, like, you can't talk back, which is obviously not like our rehearsals, because you guys talk back all the time. That's wrong. We're like, I don't want to do that.
Thank you for this liberating experience, Jesse.
Well, like, again, I did put on my card that, like, one of the other things I want, like, one of the things I love about the way STEAMROLLER works is it's a collaboration. And I never say choreography by Jesselito. It's always by STEAMROLLER, so it's whoever's in the company at the time can lay claim to it. And they've stolen stuff that we made up in rehearsal. I'm like, I see the place, like, you bitch, we made that up for that piece. Like, someone won this tranny shack because of it. Like,
Oh, who was it?
phony.
Oh, shit, really?
If I thought about it, I would have put the video.
That's a big one.
It was
She was the first woman to ever win that pageant.
I know. With my movement, I'm like,
It was a historic thing, yeah.
yeah. But like we were talking about this, like intellectual property, like who owns what? Like this movement, we all move. Like, how can I own this or a step or hop?
Right.
So yeah, it's like, who owns that? So like, I'm like, like you help make it, it's yours too. Like whatever crazy ass stuff we did. Like, hey, snap my shoulders, or like do a walk over to someone's back, or jump on my face. It's all for the taking. So I love that about this. There's so much laugh, so much agency to say, that looks scary. Except when he slammed me over the wall.
That was actually pretty fun.
Okay. But I love that the first attempt failed. They're like, let's do it again. One more time. I want to slam you against the wall. And I told Paul and Keith that I repainted the entire space. Like, well, there's going to be a big wet mark. So, and Paul's like, I'll just repaint it this week. Like, thank God for loss, for high loss. So yeah, that was this section, which is dance nightmare stories. Now we're going to go on to the next section, which is how to make a contemporary dance.
Okay.
Call me contemporary era. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do contemporary dance. There are 15 moves that are in every contemporary dance. You can put these steps together in any sequence to songs such as Adele, Anya DeFranco, and Frau, and you too can be a contemporary choreographer. Helping me today is my assistant, Bitch. Say hello, Bitch. Okay, now let's get started on learning the 15 steps. The knee, where you have a very serious conversation with your knee, and then you put it down because you realize you shouldn't be doing that. The pants, where you pull your pants down, and then you pull it back up really quickly because people are noticing. The zombie with emotion. The I just came out of a well, where you use sign language to tell someone that you just came out of a well and you need help. The blind man, where you pretend that you're a blind man playing volleyball, but you don't know when the volleyball is coming. The poo, where you squat down because you have to poo, but then when it comes, it surprises you so you actually cool afterward. The seriously get your damn hands off of me, as you can see. The peekaboo, where you give the audience a quick look at your wall hop. The leg, where you run and jump into a split leap, but then you realize that your right leg is amputated and you stop and reach out to the audience for help. And when you get up, you realize that you need to stretch your hip flexor and you can do that. And every number always finishes with one other move. It's called Go to Sleep, Bitch. Now watch as me and my assistant put these moves together to make a routine. We'll put this routine to music and add emotion. And that's how you do contemporary dance. Then you can do your own contemporary dance using the contemporary dance steps. Post links to your video in the comments below, and I will give feedback. Thanks for watching. Love, Contemporary Eric.
Okay.
Yeah!
Okay. So this is also a device I've been using a lot of, which is audience participation, which no one likes, but I promise you, gentlemen do. So basically, we all have like modern dance moves we hate seeing, or modern dance tropes. Like I hate like breath, like full reps, like. Hate it. Like it is something that I like saw in San Francisco. I'm like, Now I can't stand it. So, Rebekah.
The gaze into the audience, the gesture. What are they reaching for? What are they when people dance and talk in spoken word and this type of tone to sound really deep, I hate it.
That was brilliant. When people point in movement, it's like, why are you pointing? Should I be focused over there? Is everything, focal points?
So this is the audience. Like, I want to hear from you. What things in modern dance you can't see? Come on, I know there are dancers out there. You guys can be the first to go.
You're safe with us.
Come on. Because then we're going to use those to make a dance. This is actually how it works. So, Ronya.
When a dancer brings a random prop into the space and leaves the rest of the people to deal with it.
She called me out. Anyone else?
You know what?
It's over.
And I love that. It's unpredictable. It's random, but it's random. So someone else. I want at least 4 suggestions. Don't think too hard. Yeah.
See, I'm in a trap in a box. In a box mind. When miming starts happening, I'm done.
Okay, got that.
Yes.
Okay, so random props, box. Next person, anyone.
I'm gonna get it wrong.
Come on, Colin. What?
Over there.
Oh, I can't.
I don't think I want to choreograph like a 20-minute solo.
What about a 10-minute monologue? I don't think we can replicate that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Something else.
But I understand.
Yes.
How about like clapping like under weird places, like pull your leg or like, I don't know. I don't like clapping but like weird places.
Oh, and the breath.
That is a good one.
So that's good.
So wait, breath, random prop.
20-minute solo, which we will not do. One more, just one more. Anything, it can be anything, but you saw them in the last, because some of you were here for the last performance.
Come on, Mark. I know you've seen so many different.
I'm thinking,
performances.
yeah.
Mark's like, I'm just furniture. One more. We're not moving on until we get one more.
I'll give you another one. The domestic violence piece.
Oh.
With the dancers slapping and pushing each other.
Oh my
and,
God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
No, did you watch Will Smith? It's like this. You gotta do the whip.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, ready? Yeah. You gotta do. I'm ready. Oh, I do. You know me. Okay.
Yeah, here. We can do it. Don't let me
Okay, so you put your hand here and then slap it. Okay.
No.
It's fine.
talk on stage because we are viewed as these beautiful silent creatures. When in fact we have a lot to say, obviously. So, this is us being beautiful, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's put it together.
Okay.
So what the sequence is?
Mine.
I went to the store.
I bought a loaf.
Of bread! There was three there. I had to.
Okay, and then we can either point or reach or something.
Whenever you go,
I know I'm not one of these today. Did we combine the rituals?
Yes, the bread.
the look.
So tactful. Yes. Freddie. I'm looking on the horizon. Okay. So the farm gate.
Objects. Objects.
Yeah. So if there's something we have to do with something. Ain't no one gonna get that. That's staying where it's at. Okay, was that it?
Yes. Don't tell me what order it all is. Okay. Should we just call it out?
Yeah.
Audience, call out what you want to do.
Okay, so let's go through it again. Mine. Was it spoken word or this time?
Sure, spoken word.
Okay, then we'll do spoken word because it is so important to talk like this in
This type of tone.
And then we did the pointing. And then the gesture. Oh, the breath. Oh, stop.
Take this. I mean, thank you.
I give this to you.
Yeah, time yet there.
Oh my God.
You go there, don't just automatic. Okay, did we all get that?
Let's see.
Okay, we're actually going to do this to music per the video. So, Colin, if you want to put the music on, we're going to try this.
We are talking.
Like this?
And we are talking about
And that is the dance. Well, we're not done. We have one more thing to do.
Oh, what are we doing? Okay.
so much. That was a look into my sick and twisted head. Thank you for joining us. Please stay and have a glass of wine and chat with us.
Thank you.
sleeping and like Brooke, like you're going through your like